I'm going to kick off with maybe a high-level description of Adam's real time. So if we look at traditional vehicle development processes, so I'm going to reference engineering V here. Vehicle simulation or any simulation activity for that matter is usually carried out on the left-hand side of the wheel. So we simulate to look at things like evaluation of different vehicle concepts, to maybe formalize vehicle architectures, to optimize, define at a part, subsystem, and a system level. So vehicle simulation is typically carried out on the left-hand side of the wheel. Now, when people start doing validation and testing on the right-hand side of the wheel, simulation kind of takes a backseat. The focus is more on physical prototyping. So complete vehicle prototypes are built, and then you start testing again at a part, subsystem, or system level. Now, this traditional approach to vehicle development is obviously very valid. It's resulted in numerous successful vehicle programs being launched, but we believe it has some inherent disadvantages, right? So primarily, it's tied to the availability of a vehicle prototype. Now, what if the prototype is not available? Right? What if you are trying to test for something that could either damage the vehicle prototype or damage the test environment in which the prototype is being tested? Also, prototyping is very expensive, right? So that adds to the cost and dilutes margins. Also, there are kind of restrictions on how many variations of the prototype you can test, because every prototype, vehicle prototype that you build takes time, takes effort. So you have to be mindful of development timelines. So you're kind of restricted on the number of vehicle prototypes you can build and test out. So what we are proposing is a paradigm where, so for example, let's look at ADAMS. ADAMS is a high fidelity modeling solution which has been used extensively for simulating a component level system and subsystem level behavior. So as you guys know, ADAMS is used for vehicle component design and verification. It's used to create and investigate issues when it comes to vehicle durability, safety, ride and handling. So it's as I mentioned in my previous slide, it's kind of restricted to the left-hand side of the wheel where you're kind of developing and designing things. But using ADAMS real time, which is the focus of today's presentation, we will show how you could use the same technology to validate and verify your prototype and test your prototype. And we'll discuss briefly about applications such as hardware in the loop, driving simulators, and autonomous simulations, where you're essentially taking a high fidelity ADAMS model, converting that into something that is real-time compliant, and using it in test and validation. Right? So you're repurposing models that have already been created and exist in your organization for testing and validation tasks. So what is the value here? The value here is there is this opportunity to have a single source of truth, right? A common model that you could use across the entire development process. So you could start with, let's say you're creating a vehicle model in ADAMS. You could take ADAMS car and obviously use it for conceptual design tasks. So you could run suspension analysis, kinematic models. You could optimize your hardpoint locations to get the right vehicle dynamic characteristics. You could also look at things maybe at a more in-depth and a detailed level. You could look at full vehicle analysis. You could look at things like noise and vibration issues. You could integrate with control systems for software in the loop analysis, durability, so on and so forth. And then you could use the same model, right? So you're using the same model across the development cycle. You could use the same model for things during the testing and validation phases. So you could, for example, couple your ADAMS models in real time to in hardware in the loop platforms to verify your controls algorithms. I implement driving simulators, and so the opportunity is that you could share the same models across the different development phases and have the single source of truth, the single modeling methodology that remains consistent across the development cycle. So conceptually, where does it fit? So a nice way to visualize this would be to look at this two-dimensional plot wherein we are plotting simulation speed and simulation fidelity, if you will, simulation physics accuracy. And as you guys know, there are multiple ways of modeling physical systems. So here are multiple different options that exist today when people try to model their vehicle systems. So we have this notional boundary here. We're calling this the real-time trade-off boundary. So anything to the left of the boundary is offline, non-real-time models, and anything to the right of the boundary are real-time compliant models. So if you look at typical high-fidelity offline analysis, as you guys are aware, traditionally you've used ADAMS for various kinds of multi-body dynamics analysis with and without flex bodies. But when it comes to real-time modeling, people use lower fidelity approaches, if you will. So there are an array of different reduced order modeling approaches, different analytical models that you could use. Now, what we are doing with ADAMS real time is we are trying to effect a very optimal trade-off between simulation speed and simulation accuracy. So it sits at the right at the boundary of simulation speed and simulation physics accuracy in the real-time domain. And this approach is differentiated from traditional real-time vehicle models that you see in operation in the industry today. So traditional real-time vehicle dynamics models have a low number of degrees of freedom, typically over 20. They are lookup based, not completely predictive. They are valid only for a specific configuration. So if you deviate from a specific vehicle configuration, then you need to recalibrate, retune your model. With ADAMS real time, we believe that you don't have to compromise on the physical fidelity or the number of degrees of freedom in the model, right? So you have access to a richer set of physics and frequency responses that you could investigate. And as I mentioned, it provides an optimal trade-off between simulation speed and simulation physics accuracy. So if you look at applications, what are the kinds of applications that you could run using a real-time compliant ADAMS vehicle model? And the primary application that we believe is hardware-in-the-loop test systems. And I'm sure a lot of you are aware of what hardware-in-the-loop is, but I'll maybe describe it in some broad detail here. So essentially, what you're trying to do here is you're trying to effect a testing paradigm where you're connecting physical hardware and virtual models on a test bed. So you have a system under test, which is physical hardware, and then you're connecting it to an ADAMS model that is running in real time via a hardware-in-the-loop platform. So the real-time compliant ADAMS model sits on the hardware-in-the-loop platform. It connects to the system under test via various interfaces that are provided by the hardware-in-the-loop platform. So you could acquire data from actual physical hardware, transfer that to a real-time compliant ADAMS vehicle model, look at the responses, and in a closed-loop manner, feed that responses back into the system under test to the physical hardware, right? So you have this closed-loop interaction of sorts between actual physical hardware and a virtual representation of the vehicle model. So what are its advantages? There are a lot of benefits when it comes to this particular approach. Because part of the system that you're testing is virtual, is a model. This testing approach is inherently more scalable. It is more repeatable, of course, because there is less or rather no randomness in the model. So there is improvement in the test consistency, better test coverage, There is a reduction in system variations. For example, if you were trying to run your vehicle on a road test, you'd probably be at the mercy of environmental conditions which you cannot control. So there is test-to-test variation. And in general, what this allows you to do is it allows you to test more, test deeply, and lower the cost to innovate on your vehicle system. So in terms of in terms of the more granular technical details, and Frederick and the rest of the presenters later on will go into this in more detail. How does it work? So the core technology is essentially a fixed step solver integrator, which has been specifically designed for real-time solutions. So it guarantees a simulation response at a constant sampling rate, so which allows it to connect to physical hardware. Users can also control the amount of computational work that is performed at each time step. So that obviously has an effect on the physical fidelity of the model. But if you wanted to achieve real-time compliance, you can control the amount of work that is done at each time step. Now, even though we are using a fixed step solver integrator, the underlying paradigm is the classical Adams modeling paradigm. Right? So it's a completely parametric approach. You have access to the same hard points, bushings, spring properties, what have you. So you could not only investigate your system, but potentially optimize the system as well, in the same way that you would optimize the system using an offline Adams vehicle model. And in order to implement the system, you need access to a hardware in the loop platform. So currently there is support for Red Hawk from Concurrent, and Concurrent will be speaking later on in the workshop, and Scalexio from DSpace. Now another potential application are driving simulators. I won't go through this in a lot of detail, but similar to a hardware in the loop implementation, what you're trying to do is you're trying to connect a real-time Adams model to an actual driver. And so early on in your design cycle, you could evaluate driver feedback on your vehicle systems, and evaluate driver experience, things like ride comforts, so on and so forth. You could test for safety critical scenarios, tune complex parameters, and virtually potentially test your vehicle control algorithms across the entire range of human variability and driver types. Another approach is leveraging real-time models in autonomous simulations. So using the Adams VTD integration. So VTD is MSC Software's environment for autonomous simulations. What you could do is, instead of using maybe a lower fidelity approaches, you could connect Adams and VTD using the FMI interface to simulate vehicle behavior in this virtual environment in a very realistic manner. So we have a couple of differentiating animations here, which shows how you could you see things in the virtual environment with a built-in vehicle dynamics model within VTD as compared to the Adams VTD integration. And as you can tell, the Adams VTD integration is more realistic. It maybe converges the difference between simulation and reality. So quickly, in summary, what are the benefits of Adams real time? It fundamentally ensures model continuity. So you now have a single source of truth for your vehicle dynamics models, both real time and non-real time. This allows you to eliminate error-prone translations between tools. So you don't have to take an offline Adams model, convert it, and use it in another modeling approach for a real-time analysis. You can tune and optimize systems very efficiently. So the approach is inherently parametric, and it's a parametric real-time modeling approach. So in terms of the future direction, the things that the development team at MSC Software is continuing to work on is improving solver performance. So that is key to achieving real-time vehicle performance. we are also working on a suite of methodologies to simplify models. So the workflow, as we'll describe later on, would involve you taking a high fidelity ADAS model that you currently use in your design and validation tasks and converting that into something that is real-time compliant. So there are multiple tools that we provide you with to facilitate this particular translation from offline to real-time. And we are also actively collaborating with partners. So we are working on an integration with real-time tire models from F-Tired, which will enable more seamless real-time and hardware-in-the-loop simulations.